Hello traders, today is the 1st of January 2013 and a happy new year to you all. The title of this video is what is a cycle? We have the moon cycle, the earth cycle, the day cycle, the week cycle, a life cycle. We have also seasonal cycles, and of course we have the Elliott wave cycles. At the end of this video, one will be able to understand what is a cycle, and more importantly, one will be able to recognize an Elliott wave cycle. This video is for educational purposes only. It's neither a solicitation or an offer to buy or sell any financial instrument. It is primarily for the TSTW traders. Let's get started. A cycle is the time between the origin or the starting point and the final point or the end. I repeat, a cycle is the time between the starting point and the final point, or is the time between the starting point and the end. This is a cycle. All right, so a cycle is the time between the origin or the starting point or something and the final point or the end. Okay, so we see here on this chart, we see that there was a price start moving out from, I'm going to draw a vertical line there. This is the starting point of something, okay, in this case of a bullish trend. Okay, so I want to demonstrate my definition of a cycle for you. Is the starting point, from the starting point, okay, to the end. Okay, but here trader will say this is the end. Okay, all right, we'll come back to that later on, but I'm going to put another vertical line here for you. Okay, I'll put another vertical line here. In fact, what I will do while we are doing this here, I will color this one into blue, and this one also into blue, and I leave the middle one as it is. Okay, so follow me carefully as I define a cycle for you. Is the time between okay, the starting point, okay, and the final point. Okay, all right, starting point and the final point, the time between the starting point and the final end. This is a cycle. When we are talking about the weekly cycle, we are talking about the starting point, which is Monday, and the ending point, which is okay, Sunday night. This is one cycle, a weekly cycle. Okay, when we are talking about the cycle of January, we are talking about the beginning of January up to the time between the beginning of January up to the end of January. When we are talking about this is the 1st of January 2013. So one cycle, a year cycle, has been completed, which means the earth was rotating around the sun, okay, for 365 days. This is one cycle. So from the beginning, when the earth starts moving around the sun, that's from the 1st of January 2012 up to the 31st of okay, December 2012, we have one cycle when the earth rotates around the sun. We have the daily cycle when the earth is rotating on itself 24 hours. That's 24 hours cycle. So the earth starts rotating around itself from midnight up to midnight the next day. Okay, so that's one day cycle, 24 hours. Okay, also we have the cycle of life when somebody is born up to the death of the person. That's one cycle. Okay, we can also talk about seasonal cycle. We are talking about the winter season, spring season, autumn season, okay, and the summer season. So as I defined to you already, because traders have difficulties to understand what is a cycle is the time between the starting point and the final point. Very important. We want to understand that. But in this video, because we are Elliott wave traders, we want to talk about, okay, the Elliott wave cycle. When we are talking about the Elliott wave cycle, we are talking about 5 waves plus ABC correction. So here you can see, I'm going to talk from here from this vertical blue line here. This is the origin of one Elliott wave cycle. To this blue line here, this is the end of one Elliott wave cycle. Some may say to me, no, George, it has ended here. Let me explain myself to you. when we are talking about the Elliott wave cycle, the Elliott wave cycle is composed of two components. So we have the trend and the correction. Okay, so from the blue line to the white line here, this is the trend. All right, from the white line here to this blue line here, this is the correction. The Elliott wave cycle is composed of a trend and a correction. Very often, traders get into trouble when they are trying to catch a wave. They forget that though we have a cycle, the cycle is composed of a trend and a correction. All right, you can enter a new cycle at the end of the correction. Very important. All right, so now we see here this is a kind of a complex five waves. So from the here to this level here, you see the pink line here. This is the first wave. The red line down here, this section here, this is the second wave. The third wave is the turquoise section here. All this here. This is the third wave. In this case, we have a complex third wave, which has been divided into 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 5 subwaves or 5 minor waves form the third wave of this bigger cycle. So from here to this level here, this is the third wave. Then we have the blue line here, 1, 2, 3. This is the fourth wave. In fact, from here to this level here, it's the fourth wave. But this fourth wave is also a complex fourth wave, has been divided into 3 waves. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C. Now, followed by the fifth wave. So from here down to this level here, that's the fourth wave. And from here, where my cursor is, I hope my voice follows my cursor, from here up to this level here, that's the fifth wave, which also was divided into 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope you are following me or you understand what I'm doing here. So let's show you, I want to make it a bit, you see this section here, 1, that's the first wave of the fifth wave, the first subwave of the fifth wave, second subwave of the fifth wave, third subwave of the fifth wave, fourth subwave of the fifth wave, and the fifth subwave of the fifth wave. But you need to understand clearly what we are talking about here. From the blue line here, vertical line, to the white vertical line, we have 5 waves. In this case, we see that the third wave has been extended and the fifth wave has been extended. All right, you see here? All right. So from here to the white line here, this is the trend. Now, but this is not the end of the Elliott wave cycle. This is one part of the cycle. So a cycle can be formed of minor cycles. Okay, repeat, the cycle can be formed of minor cycles. That's why we talk about higher degree and a lower degree. All right, so the Elliott wave cycle is composed of a trend and a correction. Okay, a trend and a correction. All right, that's the cycle of Elliott wave. The Elliott wave cycle is not only about a trend, is the addition is the composition of a trend is composed of a trend and also a correction. When one is referring to Elliott wave cycle, one may think that it's only the trend, which means from here 5 waves. That's not the Elliott wave cycle. The Elliott wave cycle is from the beginning to the end. The end is right here. In fact, when we are talking about Elliott wave cycle, it's more like a loop where the starting point and the end point are the same. But very often, it's not the same. But it's almost the same. So we start from here. We went all the way up here, but we end up here. Okay? It's a kind of a loop. So the starting point for the Elliott wave and the ending point, no big difference. A slight big difference. Sometimes you see you end somewhere here. Something like a 30% difference between the starting point and the ending point. All right? So a cycle is just the time between the origin or the starting point and the final point or the end. Okay? So one cycle, when we are talking about a cycle, is just the time between the starting point and the ending point. But for the Elliott wave cycle, we are talking about a trend and a correction. For this talk, EPIC MAT, Mattel Incorporation, American stock, from 1988, okay, up to 1998, we have the trend, and then we have the correction from 1998 up to 2000. But in fact, the area wave cycle has started from 1988 up to 2000. It's clear? It's now clear. I'm going to bring on now another stock very fast. Now you understand what is the Elliott wave cycle. I'll quickly go through some stock for you so you may understand what we are talking about here. Apple stock, same scenario. We have Elliott wave cycle, okay, from 2003, right here where my cursor is. That cycle has ended in 2009. This is from 2003 up to this point here, which is 2008. This is the trending phase of the cycle. From 2008 up to 2009, that's the corrective phase of the Elliott wave cycle. But from 2003 to 2009, that's one Elliott wave cycle for Apple stock. From 2009, a new cycle has begun for Apple stock, and so far we have 5 waves. We will see whether we will see anotherly, okay, ABC correction. We don't know how deep the ABC correction will be. We don't know whether it will be a short one or whether we will just see another cycle starting. We do not try to use the definition of a cycle to make a trading decision, but we keep our eyes on the price itself, the number one indicator. If you receive a signal, we take it. We do not just use the definition to enter the market, okay? All right, I'm going to bring on another stock very fast. We are talking about the cycle. This time, I'm going to bring on Amazon stock, a very interesting stock, okay? All right, Amazon stock. Here you can see clearly that Amazon stock was not trending very much from 2001, right here. 2001. In fact, from 2003, we see most of the tech stock were in bullish mood. But Amazon was just dragging its feet. You see here, it's a bit messy here. From 2003 up to 2008, it was not a proper trend. You can see that it went up a bit and then just went horizontal. In fact, it looks like ABCD chart pattern. Though Amazon belonged to the same sector like Apple stock, it did not follow the same pattern. And then, but in 2008, Amazon displayed a corrective, okay, waves right here. Now, Amazon, okay, rejoined the group, so to speak, and has displayed 5 waves to this level, as we have seen for Apple stock. All right. I want to show you another example, talking about the cycle. Another beautiful example is this stock, Fastenal Company, Epic FAST, another American stock, because I like to trade American stocks. So that's what I'm doing here. So now for Fastenal, we see again here, same scenario almost like Apple stock. We can see that the price went up and then went down up to 2009. Now we have another move to the upside like Apple stock. Okay, but the key point to remember in this video is the definition of a cycle, how we can identify a cycle, and how we can recognize a valid Elliott wave cycle. 2 components, the trend and the correction. The cycle for Elliott wave does not end at the end of the trend, but the end of the cycle for Elliott wave is the end of the correction, from the starting point of the trend up to the end of the correction. Let's look on another stock. Now Epic ALXN, Alexion Pharmaceutical, another American stock. We can see that the stock has been very, very bullish, you see. So in fact, from we can say from 2003, this stock was going up to this time. No correction was clearly visible. It looks like here like a correction around 2009. But why this stock violates, okay, the normal correction here? These are the stock that we call defensive stock, pharmaceutical stock, a defensive stock. These are stock that investor will buy when there is a recession, when the general market, general stock market is bearish. Traders will position themselves in pharmaceutical stock that are truly bullish, that got strong balance sheets, that have excellent management, that are dominating the competition. That's why we can see here it was just a nice move to the upside up to now. Though this stock is also listed on the Nasdaq 100. Okay, let's look at another example. The key thing that we want to avoid is to use the wave principle or the knowledge that we have gained, okay, and try to impose that knowledge on the market. But we want to use the knowledge that we have, okay, to make excellent, okay, decisions, okay. This is another stock here. You can see that around 98, okay, right here, you can see there was a kind of correction around 99, and then the price zoomed from 90, in fact 98. The price ran very fast to the upside. Let me put that for you just roughly. You can see that there was a nice move up to this level. That's the trending period. And then we see now a corrective move, price coming down to this level, display ABC, blah, 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 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to put it like this, and then come back down and to this level. Just quickly to mention one point to traders, when we see the A corrective move formed of 5 waves, there is a high chance that the B corrective move will not exceed the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement of the A corrective move. This is the theory. The reality of the market can be messy sometimes. That's why it's so important to receive a clear-cut signal before entering the market. All right, so a trending period, corrective move down from here to this level here. As you can see, it's a kind of loop. We start here, we end up here. Some may say here, no, this is the trending phase of the cycle, but the cycle itself has ended here. All right, it makes sense. I think it's also powerful. There is the one special case I want to talk about now. This is Dell, a very special case for Dell. We look at, okay, what is a cycle. In this case, we want to look at Dell. I want to remove my horizontal line here. Okay, for Dell, when we are talking about waves, just look at it. What the price show you? You see that the price moves from here. Okay, let's forget about the blah 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 here. Just put it here up to this level. Okay, that's what I can see roughly. No one can deny that. All right, and then we can see that the price, without fooling ourselves, went down to this level. Okay, we see it, and then it moved from here up to this level here. Now, what the price did, the price came back down to this level. Okay, you see it? It's clear. Now, when you look at this, some trader may say to me, one, the Elliott wave cycle is from here to this point here. It's not this one. The end of the Elliott wave cycle is right here. The market has resisted, okay, the corrective move. It has taken the price a longer time to complete the A, B, C corrective move. But at this point in time, traders will think that this is the end of the corrective wave. No one knows what the price will do next until the price starts doing it. You can see that it rolled it down to this level. Many thought that this is the end of the corrective wave or end of the Elliott wave cycle, but no. The big corrective wave is still underway up to this level. And finally, okay, this is the end of the Elliott wave cycle. In fact, from 1996 up to 2009, for this stock, Dell, this is one cycle. Now we are now again in the consolidation phase. We are expecting a new cycle for Dell. You can understand what's going on now with the new tablet coming on the market. Dell need to readjust itself or reinvent itself, okay, to regain its market share. Talking about Android smartphones and okay, iPads. Okay, so at the end of this video, I think one will be able to understand what is a cycle and be able to recognize what is okay, Elliott wave cycle. The last examples that we can look at, ladies and gentlemen. The purpose of this video is not to give a trading signal, but to educate traders so they may be able to make excellent trading decisions and to recognize cycle especially the Elliott wave cycles. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the stock we are looking at. We all the stock we were looking at. We are on the monthly chart. If you are wondering which time frame I was using the monthly chart for every stock that I have been talking about in this video. Roughly here, ladies and gentlemen, just keeping my eyes wide open without fooling myself. What can I see? All right. What I've seen, ladies and gentlemen, is just I saw that the price moved from here up to this level here for this stock, and then, ladies and gentlemen, I saw also that the price, okay, went down to this level here, and then what the price did again, it went up to this level here, and what I saw again, without fooling myself, on this monthly chart, it went down to this level. All right, right here, as the price rolled down, you can see it went down A, B, C. Okay, trader will say this is the correction. Price went back up and then roll it back down. The Elliott wave cycle for this LLTC did not end here, but has ended here. All right, we are now waiting for a new cycle. We don't know which cycle will take place, whether it's a bearish cycle or a bullish cycle. One must check the fundamental, go into Google Finance or Yahoo Finance, and do all the due diligence. I hope you have enjoyed this video also at the beginning of the new year 2013. Okay, a new cycle has begun this year, and I hope you have a plan in place, okay, to enter or to exit the market and make excellent decisions. Until the next time, enjoy yourself and be very happy. We are the TSTWSYS 008 traders. Speak to you soon.